This is New Hampshire Cross Country.com, powered by Runners Alley, coming at you from the Middle School State Championships at Co-Brown Northwood Academy. Today's Meet Hub sponsor is Tim Trucks Capital and Hoka. This is the girls scoring Division III race. Looks like Coach K's getting them hyped up on the line.
A little bit of excitement. Good sized field for this today.
Woohoo, Pembroke!
Definitely a lot of fans as the gun is up.
And they're off. Pretty big field.
Typically middle school races. See everyone try and sprint to the start. Settle in from there.
Up front, what do we got there? Auburn. Auburn in the lead right now. Inner Lakes running in second. She's out pretty good. Raymond. I think that's Barrington, the BMS. Not sure who's in the shirt. There we go. Winnisquam, Sanborn. There's Olivia Richard of JRMS. South Meadow Tracking. So Three Rivers have put three through at this point. Hopkinton with a pile right there. Newmarket just put a bunch through along with Jaffrey Ringe. We're still a little early in the race, about 600 meters in. Pretty hard to tell, but there's a tremendous pack coming through. There's some Boynton runners. Avery Viglione. There's Diana. I'm not sure why she's not running in spikes. I offered her some. There we go. So yeah, it's pretty hard to tell what's going on right now as far as team-wise. 600 meters in, it's still very early. You know, by the mile mark, we should see some more separation and stuff like that. From here, you get, really after this, you kind of get the biggest hill on the course coming up. But then you got quite a bit of downhill, then into the single track, and the final parts, I wouldn't say downhill, but you can kind of carry your speed, and then, of course, finishing up on the track. So there's the trail back.
Here we are about 800 meters into the race. We've got the lead runner from Auburn.
She's out pretty good.
Yep, she's got a big gap. Probably about 30, 40 meters on second place. Looks like Raymond, followed by Inner Lakes. See a Barrington Middle School, local school.
Yeah, they've run here before.
Seems like the race is already pretty spread out for only 800 meters in, but the pace is definitely pretty fast at the front.
Again, these middle school races today, this is 2 miles. You can see there is quite the crowd there for these athletes cheering them on.
Here comes the big pack of girls. Pretty bunched up now. Still pretty hard to figure out the team race.
Well, they're just coming at us fast. I mean, I'm some Guilford, Newmarket.
Some Boynton, Monadnock, Chester.
Oh, this is great. Great opportunity for these girls. Have someone to run with, have a lot of competition all around you. It's something that they don't necessarily see every single race. So the fact that you have 5, 6, 7 people with you and maybe you only have 1 or 2, it speaks volumes. You know, it really allows you to go for a quality race, have a quality run with it, and get a fast time. Now, Jamie, you're a high school runner. Talk to me a little bit about, you know, having someone next to you to race with versus racing alone. What's the benefit?
I mean, when it gets hard, you just know the person next to you is also working just as hard, and you kind of just lock on their shoulder and just work with them and kind of just let them do the thinking and you just do the running. So it definitely helps having people around you, knowing that you're not going through the same pain alone.
impressive effort from a lot of these girls.
Here we go, here we go. Good job, Allison.
Go ahead, throw it over.
All right, we have our lead runner approaching. It is the girl from Auburn that was out front. It looks like she's built up a reasonable, sizable lead. Again, we're just over 600 meters to the finish line, and there's no one currently in sight behind her. We see the second runner. So she's got probably close to a 100-meter lead, I would say. Leading over Raymond. So one Auburn, one Raymond in so far. BMS, and again, I think that's Barrington. Interlakes coming in. Now you raced here on Wednesday, Mackenzie. Is it one of the favorite parts of the course right here?
It was pretty nice.
Like the single track?
Yeah, it's really quick. Nice downhill, you can roll.
There we go. We got Olivia Richard of Jaffrey Ringe. In 5th place at the moment. Is that 5th? I think that's 5th. And they have spread out. They were pretty bunched going through 600 meters.
Probably like 50 meters between most of them.
Yep. Pretty soon we'll see the packs rolling in.
Nice job, nice job. You got this. Nice job.
I think that was Three Rivers. Three Rivers, not as familiar with the middle school names. Winnisquam, Hampstead. So far, everybody's only got one through, though, so it's no idea what's going on team battle-wise. However, as I say that, here comes another Three Rivers. Litchfield, Monadnock's first, Hopkinton, another Hopkinton, second Auburn, the third Three Rivers, South Meadows top girl, who's 5th grader. So here's another Litchfield. This is 3 Litchfield through, 3 Auburn through. And we already saw 3 Three Rivers, the second South Meadow.
Oh, here you go, Ellie.
3rd South Meadow, yeah. 4 South Meadows. Oh wow, this is now. There we go. Go Mormondo. Lily Mormondo of Jaffrey Ringe. Couple of.
Come on,
There we go, Avery. Avery Viglione from Boynton. She'll eventually end up on our Messinic team. Second Monadnock. Couple of Chesters. I believe that's the 5th South Meadow, and I think we might have 5 Auburns through already, and possibly 5 Litchfield.
I think this
This is our 4th. This is the 4th at least. 3 Rivers. 3rd Monadnock.
You're almost there. You got it.
So I'd say we're probably looking at Auburn, South Meadow, and possibly Hopkinton. That might have missed their 5th. This might be their 5th though.
Yeah, Nora.
Yeah,
And then
Here we go,
Litchfield.
Nora. You got this. You're almost there. You're almost there.
Go, Ellie!
There we go. Hopkinton coming in.
Go, Ellie. You're
There's
almost there.
another of Boynton runners. Doing great. Newfound's put a few through, and they've got 2 right here, grouping up nicely. Couple of Hampsteads working together. Couple of Ware Wildcats, another Monadnock runner. Tigers rolling through. 2 more Auburn, so that might be their 6 and 7. Newmarket coming through in a giant pack, along with Monadnock.
Yes, Susie. Go, Susie. Let's go, Susie. You got this.
There's Three Rivers. I think that's their 5th.
Let's go,
I saw one
Clara.
right before that, too.
Go, Clara.
It's like,
So that might be their 6th.
Go, Clara. You got this, Clara. You're almost there.
Here we go, Boyne.
go, Diana.
Couple of BMS.
Yeah, but the boys can come here too.
There's another Auburn.
Oh, yeah. But like,
So, ooh, maybe we didn't have 5 Auburn through. So if that's not the case, and that's the last of the Auburn. It's quite possible that I might have miscounted, and it could be really between Litchfield and South Meadow. Sanborn. The Tigers. Bunch more of BMS. Guilford Silverhawks. Hampstead. Belmont. I'm not accustomed to seeing Belmont in blue, but their middle school is the Bulldogs, and they're blue. As opposed to their high school colors are red. I'm used to seeing it that way. Newmark and Sanborn. A couple more Sanborns coming. From this point, we'll send you up to the finish line.
Here we see our first runner. Looks like Auburn still. Strong race. Running very fast time.
Closing down pretty well. Good sized crowd cheering her in. And here you go, your winner from Auburn. That was Suki Folsom of Auburn. 12:05.
Very fast time.
Take a look at our second place athlete, cruising down this straightaway. She's kicking real strong, third off in the distance.
Raymond.
Leah Unger. This looks like our Barrington athlete. And she crosses the line. Haley Benison.
12:44. Top 3 under 13. That's actually really fast. Pretty good day to race.
2-mile course, ups and downs, finishes on the track this nice straightaway, and we see Interlakes Abigail Furland finishing, followed by Olivia Richard of Jaffrey Ringe Middle School.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
A few more girls entering our straightaway.
Getting some good crowd support as they finish.
A lot of excitement here today as we see Catherine Bergeron from Three Rivers finish. Hampstead crossing the line now. I believe that was Lola. Winnisquam showing their presence. Eloise Abbott. Hannah from Hopkinton. Ashlyn from Litchfield. Monadnock representing, that'd be Abigail. Three Rivers with a couple more. Emily Hoyt. Bella finished there. We saw Jenna from Belmont. Emerson from Hopkinton. Chloe from South. Violet from Auburn.
Looks like it's starting to get really packed up now.
And we have our top 20 across now.
What are we looking at for teams, you think?
You know, teams, it's definitely challenging not knowing the jerseys yet.
Yep.
I know none of them had 5 cross yet. Even if you do have those first 5, doesn't mean you're going to finish up that, because you could have 4 with really low scores.
I feel like we've seen a lot of Auburn and South Meadow so far.
And Auburn did have that low stick.
See some Chester.
Couple of teams with 5 o'clock across. Litchfield and South Meadow both have 5, but again, it's still early. Displacement can still happen. But at this point, you know, those 2 teams looking pretty good.
Yeah.
You gotta feel good when you have 5. You know, again, could come down to the scoring, but just knowing that you have your top 5 and then looking for displacement.
Yeah, 6 and 7 can become very important in these bigger races.
Three Rivers, I think that's at least 4 for them, so they should be wrapping up soon, same as Auburn. All they need is, you know, that 4th, 5th runner to come through. Just saw a pair from Hopkinton. They now have 5 across. So they're in the mix of things. Tigers with a pair. Newfound, followed by another Newfound.
Newmarket with the Gritty across the line.
Glad you can recognize that. And just like we were talking about, you know, Three Rivers now with 5 across, but all of a sudden they had low numbers. They're right in that top spot kind of mix of things.
Looks like it is definitely a tight team race though. A lot of good teams here today. A lot of fast times. I believe this is middle school's last race of the year. So all these people are looking to peak right for this race. I'm sure that did happen.
Yeah, every once in a while you get a team that's looking to continue their season, go a little bit national with it.
Yeah,
but
maybe Junior Olympics.
most of these girls, this is their season right here, and they're looking to end it on a high note. So again, some of those top teams: Three Rivers, Litchfield, Auburn, Hopkinton, South Meadow up there as well. Those right now kind of looking like top 5. Things can still change. It's a close team battle, though.
Definitely.
I mean, that's really hard to call, especially out on the field. Can only imagine what Mike Smith saw for teams.
This is a reminder that both
Yeah, well, we know we did see a lot of colors, so that means there's a lot of different things coming through.
Oh, absolutely.
15, 20
And you know, it's great when you see a race like this because we don't always see them this close in high school. High school, you know, those kids have it ingrained in them. They have to get that jersey. You know, you're marking a certain team, you're looking to get a certain spot.
Right now, at this age, it's still just like enjoying the sport of running, which is a great thing. A little bit less competitive, but there still is that competitive aspect.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, looking at the starting line 5 minutes before the race versus a high school race is totally different. You know, these athletes are out there kind of having fun, getting a little dance going on. You know, and then when it's time to go, it's time to go. But they're staying loose, relaxed.
Definitely a lot more loose race than like a high school starting line where everyone's pretty tense, just kind of waiting for the moment the gun goes off, which is probably the best feeling on the race.
So at this point, we've had the majority of the girls come past us. Scores could still change, but right now, Three Rivers is winning this.
Yep.
And they're winning it by 1 point over Litchfield Middle School. So that is a close race. And I say over Litchfield Middle School, I take that back. It's currently a tie for second. That will get broken. Again, points can still change as these girls finish up, but Three Rivers 89, Litchfield 90, Auburn 90.
And the tiebreaker is going to come down to, I believe, the 6th runner. So that's where the 6 and 7 are pretty important in a race like this. There's so much competition.
And then the other thing to consider is if any of these girls finishing up right now are in their team's top 5, and all of a sudden they hit 5, that team gets the score, and that can change things higher up the board. So, you know, we're talking loosely about who's up top, and we can feel okay about it with this many done. But the fact of the matter is that when you have 3 teams separated by 1 point, you know, any tiny little thing. Oh yeah.
That's why you always got to finish in the line too, because you never know like what person might pass you up the line, what team they're on, and how their team's doing.
We've just had our 100th finisher as well as our 101st finisher. Show you how big the field is today.
Yep. Definitely just a lot of people here at Co-Brown today. Pretty well spectated race. A lot of support from families. Just overall pretty good vibe.
All right, we talked about how scores could change. I just got an update. Auburn, who was tied for second, now in first by 1 point over Three Rivers, and then 1 point back to them, Litchfield. So we don't know. Those three teams, again, it can still change.
Yeah.
Gotta wait for all these girls to finish. But it's just great to see such a close race.
Yeah.
You know, and another great thing is, you know, Suki Folso had a great race, gun to tape. She did awesome with it for Auburn, getting that #1.
That 12:05 is pretty fast. I'm pretty sure that's probably pretty close to the course record here for the girls, because
Yeah, I mean 12:05, and we only had 3 girls under 12 or under 13. So, but
that's what is that 6:02 pace? That's pretty good.
yeah. All right, well, as we see our runners finishing up here, we got to go ahead and get ready for a boys race, which will be starting pretty soon.